What you motherfuckers doing up, anyways? Get a life. Get a life. That's why I don't like doing like late fucking lives because out here the boonies and motherfuckers. I don't know if they turned down the Wi-Fi signal or some shit. I'm uh Bear says it's hey L, it's me, your little homie. What's up, Bear? I said mine, bro. My little homie, bro. What's up, bro? You've been with me for years. I said mine. Joe Mama says, what is? What's up, Joe Mama? Sana. How do you say that? How do you say that hometown? Santa Ana baby. That's what that means? SA baby. Te estoy preguntando algo, desgraciado. Desgraciado. Johnny Lowe, you getting your feelings too much, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. Johnny Lowe, my boy. What's going on, bro? Working? Okay, cool. Graveyard? It's the last time I worked graveyard shift. Shit. What's the last time I worked graveyard shift? It's been a long time, that's for damn sure. A ver. Play this over here. Chubbs been free 9 years today. Talking about the briefer. It's my first cigarette today. I'm doing good. Let's see. I stopped by Degan and Drake's for the first time in months. And he was at work, so I was like, oh shit. Full of buzz. Hold on real quick. I remember my homeboys at me. You don't always gotta pull up the strap. You don't always gotta go look for this dude. You don't always gotta be trigger happy. Remember that shit. Come on, fucking loony. Come on, loony. You don't gotta be loony. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you try to be in the neighborhood every single day, post it up. And when these motherfuckers come looking for you and you barely miss them, and you know you were right there strapped up too, and you want to fight them because of what they done to your homeboys, yeah, you try to do that shit. Just because you're fucking nice and safe at your home, because you're slanging, you're a weekend warrior. Yeah. Can't tell nothing to the fucking pistoleros in the neighborhood, bro. Real shit. Back then, I'm talking about back then. What I used to be. Uh, I guess technically now I got 15 days before I crack my 7 years being out. Crazy G Boys. What up, man? Semis. Are you in Louisiana? I mean, fuck, how many times do I have to say it? Seaway, I'm in Louisiana. What city you from? Where you grew up? Um, I grew up in Louisiana, bro, New Orleans. Imagine, no disrespect to them. What the fuck? Imagine how out of place I'd be. Ain't nothing but paisas here. I grew up in Cali, of course. The city of Santa Ana, Orange County, Southern Cali, Santana. My hood, I grew up in was Logan Park, Logan Street. Nothing to do with the San Diego Logan or the San Fernando, LA Logan. Completely different neighborhoods. The weather is beautiful out here in 93434. Where? What zip code is that? Sorry if I don't recognize that zip code, bro. No disrespect. Let's see. I'm gonna jump on here at least for a little bit just to see what you guys are doing. I couldn't sleep, so I was like, you know what? And my son's still up. He fucking keeps me up. I was talking to somebody too, so I mean not talking, but like messaging with somebody after I got off that live, and I was like, you know what? Let me jump on here real quick. Let's see. LA vibes. Let's play this one right here. I fucking love this song right here. $805, okay. A long time with the homies from 805. Oxnard, Chiques, all that. Ventura. I sliced the fuck out myself on accident. It's barely healing. That shit itches like a motherfucker. I'm too fucking real, huh? Speaking my mind all the time. Learning some real ones in OC. Yeah, we're a small ass county, homie, but we lost a lot of little good motherfuckers in the system from Orange County. Took it that much. Well, Medwater too, of course, but I'm just saying, as it pertains to Orange County, like there's a nice part of OC, and then there's the us. Then there's us. big ass asteroid. Crazy boys. Crazy G boys. 805, that's right. Is that your hood right there? Or the Dirty Nickel? What is the Dirty Nickel? 805? Matter of fact, my first celly on the main line was Marihuano from Colonia Chiques. That was my first celly on the main line after leaving reception. I stayed in reception for a minute because of the Bulldogs. I haven't even told that story back on this channel. That's why to me it's important. So yeah, my celly was Marihuano from Colonia Chiques. I wonder whatever happened to him. The last time I seen him was before I went to the back, caught that shooter, and then I was on my way to New Corcoran. I wonder whatever happened to him. I know he was having issues with his kidneys. He was diabetic and all that. And I told him, bro, I was like, man, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, this fucker right here, bro, like, they put us at A5. Guys, my first main line, they shot me straight to the hole. Coming from one hole to the next hole. And the mainline hole that they put me in was A5 in Centinela. But that was because they didn't have no cells for us. So they put me, Marihuano there. They had us overflow while they were on orientation, while they were waiting for a cell for us. So he was hella diabetic for sure. And I was mad at him because it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, he's eating everything in sight. Candies, all kinds of shit. We were able to go to tienda. Well, he was able to go to canteen. I didn't have nobody taking care of me, so I didn't have no motherfucking money. The fuck? Now I'm yawning all of a sudden. So he was grubbing. He was grubbing all fucking snacks, fucking candies, and all that shit. And every day, homeboy was feeling like shit. You know, they'll come and give him his insulin and all that. And I was like, man, what are you doing, bro? He's taking his Narayans. He gave me one of the Narayan pills for pain and shit. I was so clean, that shit hit me like fucking heroin. We didn't have obviously we didn't have no TVs. We came from a fucking reception. There's no way we could get a package until we went to the main line, but we're still on orientation, after orientation. But, so we're sitting there bored as shit. All I've ever needed was a book. Give me a book, and I'm good, you know? What the fuck? Fuck! Excuse me, guys. um. Anywho, the next time I asked him for a ride, he was like, "Nah, I'm good." I didn't ask him for one the first time. He gave it to me, right? You want to try one? I was like, "Yeah, fucking try one." We're bored. We don't got nothing to do. The second time I was like, "Hey," he had them gel caps. He didn't have them big ass horse pills. He had them gel caps, and them gel caps were diabetic, I guess, for his feet. He had a lot of pain in his feet. So I was like, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" He's like, "Oh, I need them." I was like, "All right." I was like, "All right, fun's over." Fucking fun didn't last long. One time, that was it. Slug says he knows that guy that buys Stubbs groceries. Stubbs doesn't leave his apartment for shit. He leaves his apartment. The dude goes somewhere. I mean, he probably. I know what you mean though. He probably stays there 99% of the time, but he has to leave eventually, right? Go somewhere to make it look good. What's up with that? I stumbled into a short that Gunner did on a bike, looking all clumsy as fuck. Doing like, he's like, Gunner's, I'm looking for Dubs as Debo. And that dude almost fell off the bike. And I was like, man, what the fuck is this pendejo doing? Like, but the whole thing about it was so that he could pretend that he's on the outside, right? He's on the streets. Like, he's out there. Man, shut your ass up, bro. But these fools are scared as fuck. Studio LB, what's up with it, bro? I said mine. Sorry, we're sitting in the soda. It's sorry, we're sitting in someone that can legally detain and or arrest somebody. That's random. PC 537, Title 8, Section 912. Correction, PC 538. Title 18, Section 912, Federal Agent. Okay. Why are you telling me that? Chapo from RTL. And Honey Reese. And Honey Reese. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry if I butchered it. But what's the whole point of that? Sunny Boy, Sub APA, what's up, bro? Good night, Crazy G Boys. Hey, bro, have a good night, bro. I said mine. Sunny Boy, what's up, chat? What's up with it, bro? What you doing? What you guys doing this late as shit? I want to jump on here for a little bit, at least. See what you guys want to talk about. And also, let me see if I missed something earlier. I don't know. I dropped that video earlier. Tomorrow I'm gonna drop that other Corcoran video. But I have a bunch of them coming. That I gotta mix it up because I would have never thought. I think this is part of the reason why I stayed away for sure, dropping content, because everybody fucked it up. All these dudes, especially the active channels, right? The PC haters, right? They really fucked up the whole genre. Gunner fucked it up with Dubs, and then these dudes just came by and made sure they fucked it up. Not all of them. No disrespect to the dudes that are the righteous ones that are active. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know. I've said it 1,000 times, man. Like, dudes that are in good standing, shit like that, I have a lot of respect for them. Certain individuals. Some of the ones that claim to be in good standings and all that shit, it's irrelevant, bro. You're a joke. You're a joke. Let's see. Campolero is one of the ones that I definitely have respect for. Real shit. And I've said it before again. The more you think that people out here the more you think that people actually care about it out here, the more you're gonna be in a little ass box. In a little ass box. It's not even about that. We're on the streets. Let's see. Let's see. Who remembers this shit? Let me see. Let's see if anybody's live. It's about 2 in the morning. Shit, it's already 3 in the morning. It's funny, earlier when two pendejos were on live, they left ASAP. I'm gonna have somebody on here. I was actually gonna get at him earlier soon, but I'm trying to like space everything out at the same time. I'm gonna space it out. He's an ex-made member from Arizona. Some of you is gonna recognize him, some of you are not, but I definitely want to have him on here. I just gotta lace things up with him, you know. This homeboy has this whole thing going on too, personal life wise. I talked to him a few days ago. We're gonna get that squared away. It's been years in the making, honestly, because we've been around. He came a little bit before me, so I remember him for sure. And there's a reason. When I talk to him, I'm gonna let him know exactly the reason why I never reached out to him or anything like that. That's all forthcoming. We're gonna talk about it. I'm probably gonna pre-record it and then drop it as a premiere. I've never done a premiere on my channel. I've been wanting to do one since I started YouTube. Not hard to do. All you got to do is just premiere. Basically, it's a pre-recorded video with a live chat, and I've never done that before. I've never done it. Fabian says, so Gunner is scared of running that fade. 100%. With me, with anybody. Anybody, bro. At this point. Something G good. Something good. Well, again, that's what happens when you text, man. Uh, but yeah, man. I'm gonna do something with him for sure. Uh, I've been wait. I mean, I definitely been wanting to do that for years now. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, bro. Real shit. And I know I've been through some shit, like a lot of you have. So I feel like I just got it now when the shit came out. Let's see. What Renee up to? I missed a few of his videos. So what happens when I start dropping content? I don't watch nothing. Hey, my boy, I was watching a bunch of your shit. What's Chino doing? Let's see what Chino doing. Oh shit! Well, I want to see this one right here. All right, you guys fuck. Of course, you guys fuck with Rob Chino. At first, he was all about the fight until you expose him. I'm telling you, bro, he's never gonna. I'm telling you earlier, if I really wanted to be a fucking asshole, bro, like I literally would fucking imagine, bro. If I would have did the same shit that Exposed is doing, hey, shout out to Exposed, he has his lane, he's doing what he's doing, man. But imagine if I would have did the same shit day in, day out. Fuck. Fools would shit their pants too, bro. I mean, because that's not only just one channel doing it, but that's two channels doing it, and then, well, if somebody else decides to do it, like, that'll be a wrap, homie. And fuck around and somebody makes sense. You're gonna take away their whole thing, like, hey, show your face, eh? Show your face. Show your face. You're a PC, you're this. They can't reproach anything that I say. They can't reproach me whatsoever. And who better to do it than somebody that knows their whole history, you know? But I'm not gonna do that, you know? But I'm gonna do it from time to time just to fuck with them. Because I know it gets under the skin. I know it gets under the skin. I wanna see this video right here. A video right here with Mr. Loyalty Rob Chino. Shout out to him. Let me take this down. Yeah, dope. Program is the program. Got Sana in the middle. That's the first senora I ever met in person. Sana Ojeda from F Troop. I was a little kid, bro. I met him twice on the streets. I must have been like 13, 14 the first time. And the second time I met him when I was like right before I caught my case. I'm talking about, no, not right before I caught my case. Yeah, before I caught my case and after I caught my case, because I was on the run for my case in 2004, late into 2004. And he was on the streets into 2005, and I was already locked up by then. But uh, uh, I mean, I could actually talk about it now because the whole indictment came down in 2006 with him and Muzzlehead. Mike Salinas met him as well. Um, but I mean, so well, I'm just gonna react to it then. Let's see. Let me press pause on this real quick. Let me press play on this one right here real quick. Let's see what this is about. Boy, Misled Loyalty, Santa Rosa, PSC, the Pratt Pragmatic True Story of a Mexican Mafia Associate. Pragmatic. Okay.
Hey everyone, I hope everybody's doing well, blessed, and enjoying family. As always, muchas gracias to everyone for everyone's words, wishes, prayers, as the love and support everyone shares and sends my way. From the heart, thank you. Also, do please like, share, subscribe, and hype to this video to help push the message out. Also, with this video, I'm including an invitation for this Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be having an interview in regards to the book, the message,
The
and
book.
how get it out a
It
little
said
better.
Pragmatic, right? But
For
I
those that can
think
join
it's
me, I will be doing a short.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you should say pragmatic, right? Pragmatic. I don't know pragmatic as being a word, but maybe he means that in a different way or something like that. But yeah, shout out to Chino, National City. Okay.
With all the details on it. Thank you.
So big.
Well, everyone, on this one, I want to
Sit.
touch on what I've been asked numerous of times, right? I don't know if they asked me to get into it on the lives or to make a video, but I done so on the lives and I wanted to touch on with one with more detail and intel, right? And it's on the wrong calls I done. And yes, it's part of politics, it's part of prison, you know. Like I mentioned before, I'm not on here to play the Santo part. You know, I was part of the poison straight up, and I did a lot wrong, right? And I want to tell you one that really stuck out with me, mainly because it is with who it was, what it entailed, and I was straight up the chismoso in it, right? When my thoughts were always different. But anyways, you know, take you back to 2018. And I was still right there was honoring them. And you guys know Chino was there from Old Town National City. There was other camaradas from San Diego. There was actually quite a few camaradas from San Diego, right? And amongst these camaradas, the homie Mousy from Logan, he was there. He was there under a bus of
Yeah, it has to be
crossing
Logan. Logan from
Kennedy,
San
baby,
Diego, 100%. Because I already know the Mouses from my neighborhood, and none of them made it.
forth, right? And he had about 15 to do, but he was a real respectful individual. He never messed around with politics. He never even really got in the mix like that. He always was walking around playing handball, doing rutina. He did his little hustle here and there, right? But other than that, it was buenos dias, buenas tardes.
Man, I wish these pictures were clearer. I'm not saying that's his fault. I mean, it could only be so clear. But some of these dudes look familiar, but they're so blurry to the point where I can't make out their faces.
And that was it, right? At the time, he had a little road dog on the yard from Loma, Lomita, something like that, Scoops, right? And they were used to behave the same, which is nothing wrong with that, right? That's how it is when you're there for the causa and
This is
you
too
want to
old.
do your time and go home.
No, this picture, yeah, that's the oldest picture. So no.
Straight up, and ain't nobody gonna tell you should do different time than that, right? And anyways, inside though, he had a celly from Baker's that would eventually go home, right? And he stood by himself for a while, and then he requested for the Pilis to speak with the Judas to
Camponero,
get someone over there, right? Specifically, which was a homie Scar from National City,
Snoops. You saying
and
Snoops? Read your text, my boy.
it would get done. The homie
Hey,
would end
Snoops,
up
read your
going
text
over
wherever
there.
you are.
And for those that know the homie or around that area, I guess he got jumped when he was younger, and he had a big scar from the bottom of his lip going up towards his cheekbone, right? And anyways, he was a cool individual. Up to this point, keep in mind, every jardín I held, even when I was in the shoe, every pinta that I was left to look out for a
You
pili,
good, bro?
I've always defended camaradas to be able to defend their pride, and nothing come of it, right? Basically, it's you could go in prison, have a personal issue, whatever. It's game banging on the streets, right?
Lucky Old Town
It could have
National
hurt your
City
family, you could have hurt theirs, whatever it may have been. But
was metal.
so there wouldn't be no drama in the yard. Yeah, I used to allow it. Go ahead, go up in that cell. I knew my boundaries,
I know
so
my boy's sick, man. He talks
if it's
super
that
slow.
serious,
Just bear with him.
just grab your piece, have the other homeboy grab his piece, go in the cell, have a homeboy
Hey, we
close
lost
the
that
door,
yesterday, bro. It's all good.
boogie. You know,
Fucking pinche
hey, to me,
chop ass horse.
when I was on the linea, it was the best spot to get down with someone sincerely inside a cell. It didn't beat you getting down somewhere and the hood is right away getting up on you, right? In the cell, you were able to boogie till you got tired or you got whooped, right? Whatever, got stabbed out, whatever it was. Anyways, so keeping that in mind, right? You guys know I ain't care for Chino from National City at all, not one bit.
Oh,
To me,
have you guys watched my Corkin video so far? The last couple ones. One of them I mentioned somebody from National City, and I'm gonna do that whole video on that bloquero. Damn, that dude is fucking too much, homie, and not enough at all.
dirty ass Tecato that he has cellies that he like. They just keep it real, right? He has them tendencies, and he would use his status to try to tell him, "Hey, abre te boy," right? And then turn around and wash him up and have him removed, you know. And nobody could tell me any different, you know. I was there to see it with my own eyes, how it unfolded with the homie. And anyways, one as a sureño, we just we see, we shut up, and we keep pushing, or you act, and you know what's coming next, you know. And the fact is, we all consider ourselves soldados, you know, soldiers under recognition and whatever, however you want to put us. But at the end of the day, it includes myself, we're all cowards. Because, you know, it wouldn't take more than a second. For example, we know this individual's a rapist. It wouldn't take nothing.
Who do you guys think is like on this on this picture right here nowadays, right? Who do you guys think is the one that'll be the quickest one to shoot you? You from the left to the right. The one throwing up the A, or it looks like an A, right? Or throwing up that right on this side to the one with the fucking backpack and the freaking jogger sweatsuit. Who do you guys think would be the one that'll shoot you the fastest? So you're gonna be from the left. The dude throwing up that sign. That's number one, two, three, four, five, six. Number six being the jogger suit with the sweats, Nike. One through six. Who do you guys think will be the one to shoot you first nowadays?
It wouldn't take
And look at
more
this
than a
next picture.
second. For example, we know this individual's a rapist. It wouldn't take nothing but a
And
second.
look at that, the difference. Look at the difference that time makes. That's my generation. You know, like that's my generation right there. The polo shirt with the undershirt, you know, some anchor blues, some Levi's, you know what I'm saying? Even before, it's a little bit Ben Davis, you know, some Frisco's, whatever. Make him look tight, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a K Swiss, you know what I'm saying? Never solos, never Cortezes, but somewhere around there, you know? The socks up, everything. I never wore shorts. Uh, but in Lexus too skinny. Oh shit! Look at the generation gap right there, right there to right there. Sheesh, damn. You wear a jersey. If you wore a Raider jersey around my neighborhood or anywhere near my neighborhood, you're getting smoked.
To clear this fool off the yard, you know? But we don't do it. Why? Because it's just what's ingrained in us. Is the fear factor, right? It plays a big part. You Everybody could deny it, but that's the bottom line. And anyways, getting back to Scar, right? Once he gets there, few couple weeks he's there, everything's cool. He was more, how do I say, more coming around than Mouse. You know, he came around, he kicked it a lot more than Mouse. You know, Mouse was literally on that trip. You know, he didn't want to get involved. You know, and you have to respect that. Scar was a little bit different. You know, maybe because he had life in the system, right? But anyways, one day out of the blues, you know, me and Frankie from OC were taking laps, you know, and we're just killing time. I remember Sana had gone out for something, but we're just taking laps, talking. You know, Frankie was from, or is from Sinaloa, and we're just messing around, right? Do you know here? Do you know there? And whatever, right? And as we're talking, I don't know why, but Mousy gets at me. You know, like, hey, Chino, whenever you have some time, could I talk to you? So I said, Simon, let me, the minute I have some free time, I'll get at you, you know, which in reality, you know, I had nothing to do then. But I wasn't going to disrespect Frankie, you know, even though we just BSing, you know. He hadn't been in Mexico since he was a child, so it was what he knew. I didn't know, you know. So we kept taking laughs, and then Frankie said, like, look, I'm gonna go over here with this fool. Go ahead and go check that out. A ver, see what he has to say, you know. It might be important, whatever. So I went over there and I told the homie Mousy, yeah, Mousy, let's take a couple laps, right? And we started walking. And a month's walking, he tells me like, hey, Chino, I got something to tell you that I don't know how to go about it, how to handle it, or what should I do, right? And I told him, what's up, homie? He's like, first off, he wasn't known for being a troublemaker, right? And anyways, as we're talking, more so, he starts telling me that I guess Chino ended up being the one that made a call to have Scar's brother killed on the streets, and that Scar had confining him in the cell, that he was going to get close and close and close and close up until the point is close. And Chino felt comfortable enough, and he was going to whack him, right? He's going to try to take his life.
Batty Thug or somebody, bro.
Those were the exact words. And I told him, okay. And then I tell him that,
Okay. You guys want to go check him out, Mr. Loyalty, man? Go check him out, man. He has some good stories, bro, for real. um, yeah, bro, shit. He's been around. He's been around for sure. You know, real shit. Let's see. Let's see. going around right now says it's late as shit. Yeah. Fuck, I don't even know what to play, bro, honestly. My son plays Bye Bye Night Roblox. Those two, Dubs, Renee, this pendejo. That's the last ones that have over the weeks. Let's see what Section of Live got going on. Oh, okay, let's hear this one right here real quick. Bam. Because I know Chill remembers him. So we'll play that one. I don't care if a YouTuber makes a video off of that YouTuber. I don't, based on because I just never have. And the times that I did, I demonetize it. But that doesn't mean that dudes that have good intentions can't monetize it. But those that do not have good intentions, like Gunner and them, then I'm gonna put him on blast. So 16 Alive, he's exempt from that. He's good to go.
But life is me. The judge gave me life, and then they sent me with a life is beat at level 4. And he was only doing up to cool me. And Muslims who not moves, the hustlers.
It's your boy 16 to Life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. You're down. And for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight.
You must have dropped this right before I went on live.
Yeah, that's me dancing on that intro. And if you want to get that song, hit me up on my email, 16tolifemusic@gmail.com, and I'm going to give you the information on how to get it. Now, let's hop into today's video. So I definitely got an unfortunate story to report today. So you have a YouTuber by the name of Daniel Size, and I believe the name of his page was called A Rose Grows in Stone. Unfortunately, he was gunned down. Somebody broke into his house and shot and killed him. Now, he's not necessarily a relatively large YouTuber. How I happen to become aware of him.
He's not because all the haters would never give him any type of play. And he didn't help himself in that endeavor at all. He jumped on my live a few times and all that shit, but I was one of the ones that told him, like, anyway.
Him is from time to time he would shout me out.
So we on that outside challenge, taking Chill 16 to Life up on that outside challenge.
Sometimes when he would shout me out, he also would put my name in the description in his videos, and so I would get a notification, and that's how I happened to become aware of him. Now, he's up out of Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, I believe, right? And I would always see him going live, talking rather calmly, so on and so forth. But I believe upon seeing some other videos, doing a little bit of research, I definitely saw that he also had you can say a hyped up and a wilder side, right? So anyway, let me show you guys the news report in relating to the incident in which he lost his life.
The search is on tonight for the gunman who shot and killed a man after breaking into his home in Phoenix.
It happened early this morning near 36th Street and Thomas Road. Austin Walker was on scene today talking to neighbors and has the latest on the investigation.
4 hours today, police closed down 36th Street in both directions as they tried to gather details to figure out what led to this and who is responsible.
Thomas Road is a big-ass street, too.
Watching this investigation unfold, this was a wake-up call. A scary scene unfolding in this East Phoenix neighborhood Saturday.
I see only in the morning the light.
Police tape painted along 36th Street as speculation amongst neighbors swirled.
My reaction is scary.
Phoenix
Scary.
Officers responded to a home on North 36th Street, just south of Thomas, for a shooting call. Once on scene, they found an adult male inside who was dead. Investigators believe someone broke into the home and shot the victim. He has now been identified as 51-year-old Daniel Size.
No, never seen anything like this.
Troy Williams owns a business across the
Broke into the home and shot him. No robbery, no break-in, no burglary, no nothing. Broke into the home and shot the fuck out of him.
street, learning about what
Rest in
happened
peace.
from us.
It can happen anywhere, anytime, any place. There's
These people don't know. They don't have no clue what happened.
no agenda when somebody is breaking into your place.
An unsightly scene, but says crime can happen anywhere. For some neighbors, like Tito Nunez, it's a scene that has him thinking twice.
Lock at my door.
One woman
Look at my
who
door.
lives
Look at my door.
nearby says she received an email
Hey, bro, open
last
your
week
eye and go get to work. How's that?
from her landlord talking about an increased level of break-ins. She says since then they've double-checked their doors and placed furniture in front of the doors at night. Police say this was a forced entry, but it's unclear if the doors were locked.
Look at the cop just laughing, bro. This is how inhumane this is. Watch. Look at this shit.
Furniture in front of the doors at night. Police say this was a forced entry, but it's unclear if the
Look at that. With that the girl in the blue. Look at her. Right there. Zoom in. That cop right there. Look at all of them are laughing. The one on the left, the blue one, the fat girl in the blue, and the other, the lesbian looking one. No disrespect to my lesbians out there. Hey, shout out to whatever your preference is. Look at them. All of them are just looking and laughing. Caught in the moment. This is the murder scene. And all of them are laughing. They're all laughing, bro. Real shit. Real shit. They don't give a fuck about human life whatsoever. Once you're gone, that's why you love who you love. Keep your family close. And your enemies, of course. Keep an eye on them. I'm not going to say keep them closer, but like, yeah, keep an eye on them. But look at that shit. They're just laughing their asses off. Look at that shit. Somebody screenshot that shit. That's how little they care about fucking human life. Got a whole man dead in there. A whole man dead in there. And they're just laughing.
doors were locked, and it's also unclear if the victim and the suspect knew each other or if this was a random attack.
My door is locked no matter what. It's a rarity that my door is not locked.
Again, 51-year-old Daniel Says lost his life in this shooting. We have reached out to Phoenix police asking if they have an idea or description about who did this, but right now nobody is in custody. We are working to figure out more details, and we'll bring them to you as soon as we learn more.
And so, as I mentioned before, he would shout me out from time to time, and I would watch a little bit of his lives, but never a whole lot. You know, I would see him just acting rather calmly, so on and so forth.
And you know, I'm glad you said that, Joe, because 3 weeks ago, the last time we did a live, Homeboy didn't have too many people on this live. You know, unfortunately, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna go on there and be like, hey, I said mine, I'll stay on there, boom, boom, boom. All right, bro, I'm gone. Have a good one. And he'll have like 3 or 4 people on there, and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. But yeah, man, rest in peace to him, man.
Right, but upon doing a little bit of research for this story, like I mentioned, he definitely had a wilder side. I had heard him mention several times in some of the videos that he was doing in some of his lives that he had a prison background. And like I said before, he was from the state of Arizona. You know, I never really knew why he had went to prison or, you know, much about his prison background, because for the most part, I only saw him doing lives. I never saw any of his actual videos. But in doing a little research for this video here, I saw that it's alleged, or it possibly is not alleged, maybe it's factual, that he went to prison for the shooting of a famous boxer's home in Arizona. Now, this boxer is arguably the best boxer ever to come out of the state of Arizona, and his name is Michael Carbajal. Now, I believe he fought in the junior weight division, 108 pounds, and he was a very accomplished boxer. He had won, I believe it was...
Yeah, Gunner dropped that video earlier.
6 world titles. He was a silver medalist silver medalist in the 1988 Seoul Olympics, and to my understanding, it was a very controversial decision in which he won the silver medal. A lot of people actually believe that he was robbed and he should have won the gold medal. But I believe it was in 1991, his house was shot up, I believe on 2 separate occasions. I never seen Daniel Size take responsibility or claim he had shot both of them up, but there is a video of him talking about and proclaiming to be responsible for one of the shootings, I believe when he was 16 or 17 years old. Now
that I'm never going to speak on, because I spoke to Daniel myself about that, and I'm never going to speak on that.
That video, he goes on to say a lot of things, right, that some individuals definitely probably found disrespectful, right? So I won't show all of that video, but in my opinion, he definitely was going hard, right?
He was disrespecting the Arizona Mexican mafia, and that's why he got killed. I'm just gonna say it. That's a fact. I mean, at least that's the most likely scenario.
He said in one of the videos, or excuse me, in one of the challenges that he done.
And somebody that's from there intimately told me that I've been in contact with, an ex-main member told me about that. And it caught up to him. It caught up to him. It caught up to him.
I was doing a little clowning, talking about the Go Outside Challenge, and he was participating in that. Now, I cannot confirm this, but I've heard several dudes report that in doing one of those challenges where he's outside walking, filming, recording himself, somebody had drove past and shot at him in the middle of one of those recordings, right? So it definitely seems that at least at some point in his life, he had people who were very unhappy with him, right? But anyway, let me show you guys this video where he claims responsibility for the shooting of Michael Carbajal's house.
What I say? I bet none of you motherfuckers meet me out in Duperville Projects right now. Hoe ass motherfuckers. Yeah, we run this shit. You motherfuckers ain't never ran nothing. I'm at this 910 East Fillmore, homie. My first case, homie. My first fucking case I pulled up. I fucking hopped out. I ran up to this motherfucking porch and I lit it the fuck up. I got back in the fucking car. This is after they lit me up. Over 77 rounds fired into my fucking car. I beat them back here because I never took my foot off the gas. I didn't give a fuck if I died that day. And I sped the fuck away before they got back. The state of Arizona, I'm classified the first drive-by in history, in spite of the fact that that's not a fucking drive-by.
You know, when I saw that video myself, I was shocked because I never saw that.
Yeah, for those of you guys that have seen it from before, and knew what Daniel was doing, then you know exactly what he was doing. He was going off and everything, and I've already said it on my lives that this is the reason why I cautioned him and refused to do something with him, because he was a little too volatile against the organizations and the people that he went at it with. You know, like he was basically like Savage Studios, but he didn't have the notoriety on YouTube. That's not to say that he didn't put in work, of course, when he was younger and all that in the state. And it ended up costing him his life.
That side of him right now, some of the videos that I did see, he would, you know, be voicing displeasure about other YouTubers at certain times. But I mean, if we just keep it at 100, it seems like with this YouTube stuff at times, that's just regular stuff, right? So I had, of course, because I never watch him a whole lot, so I never had any idea that, you know, he may have been involved in some serious.
Nobody ever gave him the time of day. Nobody ever gave him the time of day. That's a fact. That's a fact.
serious beef or situations, not to even say that was the case. But I mean, obviously somebody had some displeasure with him, and whatever
And I
displeasure.
don't say nobody give him the time of day out of disrespect for him. It's just it wasn't convenient for bigger YouTuber channels. Even me at the time, for my first channel, um, I still reached out to him. He reached out to me, and I still responded. But I knew I wasn't gonna mess with him because of what he was doing. But it's just like by the time I had this channel, my second channel, I was just like, nah, bro. Like all I could give him was advice. And every time I see him go live, I stop by, send mines. Yeah, like I said, 2 or 3 viewers on the live. I send mines, and I'll stay on there for like 5-10 minutes. I used to feel bad just leaving, but come on, man. Anybody that remembers that, they remember that. You know.
They had with him could have had nothing to do with YouTube, right? So I don't want to get on here and speculate and try to imply that whatever happened to him was YouTube related, right? It's definitely an unfortunate situation, you know. Someone, you know, entered his home late at night and shot him and took his life away, right? And I believe, if I'm correct in those reports that the news did on him, he was around the age of 51. So this is a very serious situation, of course. You know, the man has lost his life, and I definitely have seen other videos that he made talking about that he had family and that certain members of his family didn't drive, so it was his responsibility to drive them around and things of that nature, right? So
Yeah,
you
he did a bunch
definitely
of
have
videos.
a lot of people who are going to be upset at his passing, right? Yes, once again, it's a very unfortunate situation, you know, and we have seen, um, if we have been paying attention, at least to my knowledge, I know of 2 YouTubers who have, you know, lost their lives by the hands of other people, and when it relates to gun violence, right? So can we blame YouTube? We don't know. You know, I definitely know that the one of the other situations that I'm talking about, which was a shooting between 2 YouTubers in Vegas, definitely seemed
Vegas.
like that was YouTube related, where you had the situation with, I forget the exact name. I think
But look, Chill, no disrespect to you, like when you say YouTube related, like I mean anything that you do on YouTube against anybody, and that gets you going at it with somebody, it happens to be on YouTube, but you just can't chalk it up as being like YouTube. You know, like that YouTube is just a channel, meaning like a connection point, right? Um, the predicate, if you will. So it could be Twitch, it could be TikTok, it could be YouTube, it could be whatever the fuck, Facebook. Um, the fact of the matter is that some people know each other in real life. Some people don't like each other. Some people are talking about real shit, disrespecting other organizations and things like that on whatever platform, and that's how you get a hold of them. That's how it becomes, whether it be YouTube or anything else. Like, but yeah, I see what you're saying though.
guy's name was YouTube Manny or something Manny.
And the dude rolled up on him. They were beefing on YouTube. Rolled up on him in the strip and shot him. His wife was there and everything. Like, yeah, that fool was foul for doing that.
Where him and another YouTuber was going back and forth, you know, back and forth, and uh eventually one of the YouTubers came to Vegas and shot not only this YouTuber but
His wife.
also his wife. He gunned them down both out there on the strip, while the other YouTuber who unfortunately lost his life, was going live. So like I said, that definitely was YouTube related, and this
Joe Black says this is probably just a robbery gone wrong. They didn't even know he was a YouTuber, thinking nobody was in the house, in the home. I doubt it. I doubt it. Just based on what I've known, what I've heard, and based on what this dude has said and done, and how accessible he's been. Chronicles, my boy. Hey, bro, like, All right, here we go. All right. So the dudes that let me see. Let me read this one again. This was probably just a robbery gone wrong. They didn't even know he was a YouTuber, thinking nobody was in the home. It was more surgical than that. It was more surgical than that, bro. Trust me when I say that they went over there to kill him. Let me see if Gunner fucking plagiarizes my testimony right now. Let me see if Gunner is thirsty enough, because he is. I don't put nothing past him. So basically what I'm hearing is that they knocked at Daniel's door. They knocked on his door, and dudes with masks on. Masks, plural. And they were asking for him. They asked for him. Homeboy pushed his sister. How can I put this? I think the reason I said mask is because any home invasion, maybe you have a mask on, what have you, right? But from what I hear is dudes knocked at the door. No mask. A home invasion, probably they would have had if it was a home invasion, they probably would have had masks on and shit like that. If you're stupid enough to do a home invasion, maybe you would have a mask on, right? If you were smart enough, right? But this wasn't a home invasion. This just wasn't a robbery. This was nothing of that sort. They came looking for him, bro. They came looking for him. From what I hear, his sister opened the door. Credit to Daniel, meaning he pushed his sister to the side, and they smoked him. And they were gone. That's it. I'm not going to get into any other details as far as witnesses and whatnot, but just based on what I told you, you could surmise whatever you want to surmise. I think that's a valiant effort on his part. If somebody knocks at your door, your sister answers, Daniel pushes her to the side, and then they smoke him. And she's still alive. That should tell you everything that you need to hear. It is what it is. Rest in peace to him. He was doing too much. Unfortunate for him. But for anybody out there thinking that this shit was a coincidence, or this shit was some random robbery and whatnot, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, as far as who did it, I could know who did it, and you still will not get it out of me, ever. That's up to law enforcement. They're gonna do what they do, and this case may never be solved, or maybe it will. Who knows? I don't know. It's not my prerogative. It's none of my business. All I know is rest in peace to the dude. Condolences to the family, his sister, and everybody else. But just hearing that, having heard that he did that and put his sister out the way, should tell you, speak volumes on this dude. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because the dude was out there woofing, run up. They had already blasted at him as a warning, basically like, hey, shut your ass up. He didn't heed the warning, and he made it a priority for them. He made himself a priority for the organizations that be, to go look for him and do that type of shit. The organizations that be, and it makes a lot of sense to me, because the organizations that be is not going to just kill innocent people. They're not going to go in there and kill your whole family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. Whoever did it, I don't know. It could be an organized little gang. It could be an big ass organization. It could be an organized little fucking bunch of robbers, killers, whatever. No matter what organization. Let me put that caveat on there. But yeah, let's finish this one right here.
Unfortunately,
let's Gunner. I know, hey Gunner, I know you're watching, bitch, and I know you're gonna fucking. If you're not watching right now, you're gonna watch it later, and you're gonna try to verify this information, and then later you're gonna be like, "Oh, guess what? This is what happened." I'm not thirsty like you, bitch. I'm not. I could have very easily done a whole speculated video on this shit, but I'm not a piece of shit like you.
That sometimes, you know, this YouTube stuff definitely can get ugly and get out of control and out of hand, right? The police out there in Phoenix, they are investigating the homicide, but who knows if anyone will ever be apprehended or whatever. But anyway, once again, man, rest in peace to Daniel Size. My condolences to his family and all those out there in that community, you know, who was affected by him losing his life. Anyway, you already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to Life. Resume normal program.
Hello, everybody. We have talk.
Oh, that picture fucking Trump. My boy Trump. All right. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Whoever the fuck did it, that's on them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever the fuck did it, that's on them. It could have very easily been a random fucking break-in, and they seen people there expecting no one, and they just killed them. Or it could have been somebody that got sent to him because, you know, he was talking all that mess. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Or we won't. Who knows? With all the cameras and AI tracking and everything, and Dan evidence today is easy to solve a lot of stuff, and someone that's studying the law for criminal defense, civil rights lawsuits. Yeah, that depends on how many neighbors have cameras, Ring cameras, and everything. You best believe they're piecing the pieces together right now. They have cameras all around the surrounding areas. And if in fact it is true that they had a series of break-ins around that neighborhood and the dudes panicked and just smoked them, or if somebody just got sent there because of all the shit that he was talking on YouTube, who knows? We'll see or we won't see. The fact of the matter is, this much we know for sure. Homeboy is dead. and his sister had to witness the whole shit, and that's fucked up. That's just what it is. DNA is something else. Yeah. Yeah, well, little bad boy is no longer here. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna go about this. I'm gonna get up out of this live. I gotta talk to somebody real quick. You guys be good. I'm gonna get up out of here.